looks like to wait in line to see a bridge tourist season. I'm glad I started this trip in January. Most of this alone. There's a movie from, I think, the 90s called Gattaca. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Basically, the story is that it's in the future, and only people who are genetically predisposed to success are allowed on a particular path. And there's a guy who is genetically considered inferior, and that's Ethan Hawke's character. And he takes over the identity of somebody who is genetically superior. As Ethan Hawke is taking over this character, there's things that are really, really hard for him to do, but he's pulling it off. At the end of the movie, I think it was his brother, says, like, how do you do it? How do you pull this off, considering you don't have the heart, you don't have the lungs, you don't have the ability? How do you win as we swim out into the ocean, to the island or whatever? And he said, I don't save anything for the swim back. That always made such an impact on me. Just in case it doesn't work out, what am I going to do? It seems like there's something about saving something for the swim back, about preparing for failure, about my escape plan that keeps me from jumping fully into something, and it actually really diminishes my odds of success.
Yeah, I find that I'm the kind of person who I'm a fence sitter in a lot of ways. Even though I've taken a risk, I left a freaking good job behind. It was so cushy. I had like 2 months, more than 2 months off a year. And yet I was like, but I don't believe that I've put myself in 100%. I haven't, because at the start, I was chasing this dream of making a living through music, getting my music heard, and I am making a living through music, but not enough to sustain myself, which is why I do all the things. But I sort of really figured that if I really wanted to put myself in 100%, I really would have done it. And so I think that there's a part of me that I don't want it bad enough.
I see.
I know that I don't, because if I did, I would have tried a lot harder. This last couple of years, I did some EPs, I did some recording, I did some pretty cool gigs, and then I just lost the momentum. I just went, I don't really care enough about it. I don't care to try and be this thing, like, I want to be a successful musician, blah, blah. No, I just want to enjoy my life without the stress, I think I also had a change of heart about life at that stage as well. I'm like, what am I really doing this for? Am I doing this to be acknowledged and to be finally heard? Mm-hmm. And does that even matter?
One of the things I find with traveling is that it takes me a while to build up a tolerance, or like my travel muscles, so to speak.
Yeah.
My mental, emotional travel muscles take a while to build up. So once I'm out on the road, I want to stay because I'm in travel shape, whatever that means to me. I go home and I immediately want to get out again and start traveling.
Yeah.
The problem is if I wait too long, then I don't want to leave. And I don't want to deal with the discomfort, and I don't want to deal with the airplane and the new stuff and the hardship and the challenges anymore, because like I got soft again,
Yeah, and I find too, you have to start building community again. Like, of course I have friends back in Australia, but because I've been away so long, I'm so out of the loop that I feel very disconnected. And, I did see a bunch of them when I went home, but it was the kind of, Lisa's home kind of thing for one afternoon visit, and that was the last time, like it wasn't like, let's see each other multiple times. No, one visit and then that's it,
Yeah. That's a good point.
So I'm like a stranger now, and of course when you go home, a whole bunch of people have had kids, and then they're in a different world now, and I'm in a different world, like. Yeah, I think the hardest thing for me when I started traveling was leaving behind my niece and nephew, because they were just really small. Like, I think my niece was 2 maybe, and my nephew just being born. and I don't know him. Like, I went home last time and he said, "Who are you?" And it really hurt. I said, "I'm your auntie." You know, like, holy shit, man. You know, I sort of figure that one day when they're old enough, maybe they're going to want to hang out with the cool aunt. Who knows?
The mysterious traveler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I've put some money aside so I can pay for your flight just to come and see me. So when you're 16 or whatever, I'm here.
I think that's something else that people don't fully appreciate is this idea that you can live all the lives you want to live in one life. You can have time to start businesses and be incredibly fit, plenty of time for your family to raise your kids right. You can be the CEO and the guru. And people need to know that things cost things. Everything has opportunity cost associated with it. And some of it is really real. And some of these choices that people like you and I make have a legitimate cost to it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of if it's worth it or not.